Freeman's verbal guidance is dedicated to helping people awaken the power of their own mind through motivation, conscious thinking, inner healing, spiritual wisdom, and personal transformation. This channel explores mindset, manifestation, self-belief, peace, healing, and the limitless potential within all of us. Your mind is more powerful than you realise. Hello and welcome back into the channel for part 6 of this series that I am doing on some teachings that I learned from the Little Money Bible by Stuart Wilde. Along with, it's an audio book that I listen to, but I listen to lots of audio books. You can listen to them on the Master Key Society, really great channel on YouTube. But anyway, let's get straight into this, part 6. And I want to talk about something that quietly shapes nearly every human life: belief. Because long before people experience success or failure externally, they often experience it internally first, in the form of beliefs. Beliefs about themselves, beliefs about money, beliefs about life, beliefs about what is possible. And many of these beliefs were formed long before we were old enough to even question them. You know, as children, we absorb emotional patterns from the world around us. We listen, we observe, we feel, and without realising it, we begin to build an internal picture of reality. Some people grow up hearing encouragement, others grow up surrounded by fear, criticism, stress or limitation. And over time, repeated experiences become subconscious beliefs. Not because they are objectively true, but because they were emotionally repeated often enough. And this is important because the subconscious beliefs influence behaviour far more than people realise. A person may consciously want success, but subconsciously fear it. Consciously desire abundance, but subconsciously believe they are unworthy of receiving it. And this creates internal conflict. Part of the mind moving forward, while another part pulls backwards. And many people live this way without understanding why they feel stuck. That's why self-awareness becomes life-changing. Because once we become aware of our inner programming, we can begin changing it. Not through self-hatred and not through force, but through conscious repetition of healthier thoughts, healthier emotional states and healthier habits. One of the most powerful questions a person can ask themselves is, what do I truly believe about money? Not what you say publicly, but what you feel emotionally deep down. Do you associate money with freedom or stress, opportunity or guilt, growth or fear? Because emotional associations shape behaviour. If someone unconsciously associates wealth with danger, greed or rejection, they may unknowingly resist financial growth. And resistance often appears in subtle ways: procrastination, self-sabotage, fear of visibility, fear of failure, fear of success. Sometimes people don't realise they are blocking themselves emotionally because the patterns feel normal. And normal does not always mean healthy. And this is where healing begins, by becoming conscious of unconscious patterns. Because once the pattern becomes visible, it becomes changeable. Now, another important truth is this: many people speak negatively to themselves all day long without even noticing it. You know, I'm useless, I'll never succeed, I'll always fail, nothing works for me. And over time, these repeated statements become emotional identity, and the subconscious mind listens constantly, even when thoughts are emotionally charged. This is why words matter, because words influence emotion. Emotion influences behaviour, and behaviour influences outcomes. That's why changing our inner dialogue can slowly transform a person's life. Not because positive thinking magically solves everything, but because healthier thinking creates healthier emotional energy. And healthier emotional energy affects decision making. Imagine waking up every morning already convinced that failure is inevitable. How motivated would you feel? How clearly would you think? Now imagine waking up with a calmer belief. I may not have all the answers yet, but I am capable of growth. You know, that energy feels completely different. That one mindset can create hopelessness. The other creates possibility, and possibility is powerful. Because once people believe change is possible, they begin acting differently. They learn differently, speak differently, carry themselves differently. And often opportunities respond to that shift. Not magically, but psychologically and emotionally. You know, confidence changes behaviour, and behaviour changes outcomes. So let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear itself is not the enemy. Fear is a natural human emotion. But when fear becomes permanent, it begins controlling identity. People stop trusting themselves. They stop taking chances. They stop believing that life can improve. And slowly, fear becomes a prison. But growth requires movement beyond fear. Not reckless movement, but conscious movement. The willingness to keep learning despite uncertainty. Because uncertainty is part of life. Nobody has complete control over the future, and perhaps one of the greatest forms of emotional maturity is learning how to remain grounded even without guarantees. You know, to trust yourself enough to continue moving forward. That kind of inner stability creates resilience. And resilient people often navigate life more effectively because they recover from setbacks instead of becoming permanently defeated by them. Now, something else worth discussing is the emotional energy of gratitude, because gratitude shifts focus. Fear focuses on what is missing. Gratitude focuses on what is already present. And what we focus on emotionally affects the state of our nervous system. And this is why gratitude practices can feel so healing. Not because they deny life's difficulties, but because they interrupt constant lack-focused thinking. Even in difficult seasons, there is often something to appreciate. There's always something to appreciate. Breath, growth, your learning, being given a second chance, a kind word, a moment of peace. You know, these things matter. And appreciation softens emotional heaviness. Now, this does not mean that you've got to pretend that your life is absolutely perfect. It means refusing to allow negativity to completely dominate consciousness, because where attention goes, emotional energy flows. And many people unknowingly feed fear every single day through comparison, negative media, self-criticism, hopelessness thinking. But awareness gives us a chance to choose differently, to protect our mental environment more carefully, because the mind is deeply impressionable. And what we repeatedly consume emotionally becomes part of our inner world. And that's why protecting your peace matters. Protecting your energy matters. Protecting your thought matters. And perhaps this is one of the greatest forms of wealth in the modern world, a peaceful mind. A mind no longer constantly controlled by panic, comparison or fear. A mind capable of stillness, because stillness creates clarity, and clarity changes lives. And when the mind becomes calmer, people begin hearing their intuition more clearly. They begin noticing opportunities more clearly. They begin responding to life instead of like just merely reacting to it. And over time, that internal shift creates external change, slowly, quietly and naturally. And maybe in this session, this is the deeper message. The life you experience externally is often deeply connected to the beliefs you carry internally. Not because life is simplistic, but because the consciousness shapes perception, emotion, behaviour and direction. So if you want to change your life, begin by observing your mind. Observe your beliefs, observe your emotional patterns, observe the stories that you keep repeating internally. Because awareness is the beginning of transformation, and transformation always begins within first. So yeah, remember, your mind can become either your greatest prison or your greatest source of freedom. So that will bring me to the end of part 6. Thank you very, very much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you again on part 7. Thank you. Bye.